Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm not having a particularly good day emotionally. But the show must go on. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about particularly about the gym yesterday. Yesterday I did arm spec chest. It was pretty good. It was refreshing. I noticed that one side of my body is stronger than the other, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to work that out. But my journal prompt is for today: how can you set effective boundaries to safeguard your well-being? So hopefully I feel better after writing. I really don't want to cry on camera, but okay, just gonna sing. If you're new here, thank you for joining me. My name is Shell. This is Shell City, where we are glowing and growing. If you're not growing, what you're showing. So let's get into it. 10 minutes. How can you set effective boundaries to safeguard your well-being? And yeah. Before I start my reflection, I remember a couple videos back saying that I have to give myself, or you should give yourself, credit for living your human experience. And so that comes with feeling your emotions and communicating them and connecting with other people. So when we set boundaries, that gives people the idea, okay, that you care about your well-being enough to show up for yourself and interject when things aren't right, and you know when something is not right. If it's not right, it's not right. Don't try to negotiate with yourself that is going well, or that you don't need the information that you're seeking, because you do. So with that being said, I am very sensitive. I am very sensitive to what's happening with and around me. I'm very sensitive when it comes to my emotions and the things I say. I try not to say things that I don't mean. And I try not to take on too much of what people are telling me or giving me, trying to, pick up more emotional damage than I already have. You get what I'm saying? And so when that happens, I guess I'm sort of expected to just push my feelings to the side and allow this person to just completely disregard my feelings and what I would want out of the situation. So setting firm and effective boundaries, way to do that is simply showing up for yourself. It's simply okay, I get that you might be going through something and that it might be stressful, it might be draining, it might be just overwhelming in a sense, essentially. So, but I cannot, mentally and emotionally, I cannot take on those feelings. And just practicing like compassion, like, okay, I get that you're going through these things, what can I do to help? If there's nothing that I could do to help, then don't keep dumping onto me, because then I'm going to be like, okay, well, I don't want to add to that stress when I'm still trying to get what I need out of the situation. You get what I'm saying? So you just have to like know and be able to tell the difference between when this is something that you need versus something that you want. Because boundaries are needs. They're specific needs from a connection with another person. Even it could be family, friends, whatever, partners. It could be anything. These are needs that you want from, or these are needs that you desire from that connection, whether it be calling, texting, whether it be a listening ear, things of that nature, just some sort of comfort from the situation to give you a sense of security so that you aren't overthinking, you aren't like comparing, you aren't trying to like rationalize or be delusional to what's going on. Like, I think that comes with being intentional about who you decide to connect with and asking questions about intentions, because a lot of times you could try to set a boundary, but then another person will look at it like, okay, well, I'm not invested the same way sort of that you are, so why should I have to do this? Why would I do this for you? And the truth is, because if you desire my presence, you wouldn't even have the question why you would need to do that for me. So know your worth and know that when you want something or when you need something, that you have to say that. You have to say that, because otherwise you're just gonna be stuck in this situation, not knowing who you are, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to say, all because you didn't show up for yourself. So yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to show up for myself and know that my feelings are valid, and know that when something's not right, it's not right, and you either are going to make it right or I am going to find someone to make it right. So the choice is honestly yours. And no, the choice is mine. The choice is mine. I decide after placing a boundary if I want to stay, given the amount of consideration to that boundary. You get what I'm saying? So don't compromise your worth and boundaries for anyone. I'm saying this to me, I'm also saying it to you. Let me see what else. Yeah, it's just honor yourself, and the people around you need to honor you as well. And when there is a balance shift, there needs to be some communication. Like don't ever, like that phrase, don't ever introduce me to a vibe you can't maintain. I am pretty consistent in my presence and my personality and everything that I show up as. So don't come over here trying to do good and be good and then turn around and not. And then when I say something, also being more mindful, because like I said, you can set these boundaries and then the amount of consideration and action given to them is really like what matters. Like, if your words don't matter to the other person, then they're gonna decide, why should I do this? When you decide that, you have to be aware that, okay, I communicated my boundary. 2, I'm expecting a change. 3, where's the change? be on the scope, like you're the principal, like where is the change? And if that Mercury does not happen, then you go back to number one. You communicated your boundary. So yeah, two, you are expecting a change. So when that change doesn't come, then you did all you could. All you could do was let them know what you needed, and then it's up to them to decide that if they're gonna give it to you. But then it's up to you to decide if you're gonna accept what they can give you. So it's up to you always to enforce and honor your boundaries. Always. And boundaries can be set in anything: social media, text messaging, like physical things like sex and just physical touch, anything that disrupts your autonomy, mental, physical, spiritual balance needs it can have a boundary in it but it's up to you to recognize your need and to communicate that is how I think I can set effective boundaries. Just setting boundaries. You just got to do it, honestly. Just setting boundaries and honoring them, because that's all that you can do. You can't control another person's actions. You can't control how much they care. You can't control what they're going to give you, but you can control what you're going to accept and what you're going to do with that capacity. So with that being said, yeah, the prompt was, how can you set effective boundaries to safeguard your well-being? And it is on my Patreon. It will be linked down below. So that is the end of this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I do feel better a little bit, but that's probably because I talked about it now. But I don't really know, because it doesn't matter. I feel better. So now to edit.